Hello and welcome to this session. I'm Raghav and today we will learn how to do parallel testing in TestNG or how to run your tests in parallel. So we will go very basic and we will see how to set parallel thread count. What happens when the thread count is less than the method count or the number of threads are less than the number of methods in TestNG, and we will also see how to configure a single method to run in multiple threads. And during this session I will also discuss some useful tips with you. So let's get started, and I will go to my Eclipse and I will go to my Java project, and here I will create a new class. So you can create it anywhere. I'm going inside my demo package and I will do a right click, new class, and I will name it as TestNG parallel testing demo. And here I will quickly create some methods, public void test1, and I will create another method, public void test2, and here inside method 1 I will say syso control spacebar to auto complete this print statement, and I will say here I am inside test1, and I will copy this statement again and put it here in test2 as well, and here I will print I am inside test2. Now to make it as testng methods, I will provide the annotation at test and make sure that you import it from org testng.annotations, and the same thing with method 2, I will provide the annotation at test here. So now this is a testng methods, and I will do a right click, run as testng test, and you can see these tests are successful, and if I go to the console I am getting I am inside test1 and I am inside test2, so both are running successfully. But now I have to run them in parallel. So for that what I can do is I will do a right click on the class and go to testng and say convert to TestNG. Now this option you will get only once you have added the TestNG plugin in Eclipse, and in the earlier session we have already discussed how to add the plugin and how to add the libraries for TestNG. So you can click on convert to TestNG, and we basically have to create a XML file, and even if you are not getting this option, you can create this file manually. You can just create a new file in your project and name it as with the .xml extension, and you can name it anything. Now in this case I will name it I can name it anything, but because I already have TestNG, TestNG1 and TestNG2 files created, so I will name it as TestNG3.xml, and you can give any suite name. I will say suite1. You can give any test name. I will say test1, and here you can select at what level you want to create it, packages or classes. I will select classes for now, and you can see the preview. Whatever you do, you can see the preview of the file here. Now if you look carefully, we have a tag suite where we have only one parameter, which is name, right? Now if I select a parallel mode here, and you can select methods to run in parallel, classes or tests, I am going to select methods. So as soon as I select methods here, you will see another parameter parallel is added to the suite tag inside the suite tag, and again you can select the thread count. If I say 2, you will see the thread count again coming here, and I will say finish, and you can see the testng3 XML created here. If I click here, you can see this is the file, and of course the sequence can be anything. So I will just cut this name and parallel parameters and put it in the beginning here, and so you can see inside the suite tag we have name, we have parallel parameter, and then thread count, and the same thing we have inside test also, although it is not required for now. I will just delete it from the test tag and just keep name here, and this is the simple testng XML file. So if I run this now, so I have to run the testng.xml now. I can do a right click here, or inside the file I can do a right click and run as TestNG suite, and now you can see it is now running in parallel. But how to verify that these two tests ran in parallel? So for that I will go back to my class, and here I will just print out the thread name or the thread ID. So here I can say thread dot current thread so that I see what is the current thread, and I can say get name or get ID. I will say get ID, and it will print the ID of the thread. And the same thing I will do with test2. I will print out the thread ID here. Yes. Okay. So now let me run this again. I will go to my TestNG XML, run as TestNG suite, and let me see the console. And now you can see it is running with multiple threads or multiple thread index. So this is thread ID 10, this is thread ID 11. And let me just go back and put a pipe symbol here so that it is easily readable. And let me just show you again. I will run as TestNG suite, and you can see these are two different threads. And do not worry about the thread number, it is assigned by the processor automatically. So whatever thread number is available, it will provide it. So but we can see these are two different threads. Okay, and just to ensure and just to show you a Selenium example, I will add some Selenium code here. So, and we will see the Selenium test running in parallel. I will say web driver equals null, and I have to import WebDriver from org OpenQA Selenium, and I will um, start a Chrome browser. So for starting the Chrome browser, I will just copy it from one of my earlier tests. So yes, I have to give the location for my Chrome driver here. So here I will say, I will copy this and give it here. And I will just explain you what I am doing. So of course, if you have seen the earlier sessions, you know already what I am doing. So here, let me just explain you very quickly. And let me also import the Chrome driver. Okay, so here I am setting the path or property WebDriver.ChromeDriver to the location where my ChromeDriver.exe is, and my ChromeDriver.exe is here. So I'm setting that path, and then I'm initializing driver to new Chrome driver, so it will open a Chrome browser, and then I am saying driver.get, and I can get any URL. I will say https google.com, and I will wait for some time so that you can see this on the screen. I will say thread.sleep for 3 seconds. So 3000 milliseconds means 3 seconds, and for this I have to either handle it or add throws declaration. I will just throw the exception for now, and then I will say driver.close. So this is driver.close. Okay, so the same thing I will do in test2 as well. I will copy this code, go in my test2 and paste it here, and in this case I will go to, let us say, Selenium hq.org, which is the official Selenium website, and again I will just add the throws declaration here as well. So you see now these are two Selenium tests. One is going to google.com, other one is going to seleniumhq.org, and both should run in parallel. So now I will go to my TestNG XML and run as TestNG suite, and let us see what happens. So you see both of our browsers are open simultaneously. Here we have Google and here we have Selenium HQ, and both are running in a parallel way. Okay, and also you can see in the console we have 11 and 10. So this is how you can do parallel testing. Let me just delete all this code and to show you a simple demo. And now we can also set the thread count. So if you go to your TestNG XML, you can see the thread count here. So if you want more threads to be executed, you can set the thread count from here. Okay, and what happens when thread count is less than method count? So for example, we have number of threads set to 2 here, and what if we have methods more than 2? So if thread count is 2 and methods are also 2, that is okay. We will have one method per thread and they can run in parallel. But what happens when we have 3 or more methods or more method number than thread number? So I'm copying a test again, and I will create a new test 3, and I will say I'm inside test 3. So now we have 3 methods, but our thread count is 2. If I run this now, I will say run as TestNG suite, and let us see what happens. So you see, test 1 ran with the thread ID 10, and then test 2 ran with the thread ID 11, and then test 3 again with thread ID 11. So what happens was, two threads were created, 10 and 11, and they ran in parallel, but thread number 11 got the work done earlier, so it was free, so it was given the next task in sequence, which was running test 3, and this all depends on the processor. So the processor will assign this task. So this is what will happen if you have thread count which is less than the method count. Okay, and also we can configure a single method to run in multiple threads. Let us see how to do that. Suppose I am not running a parallel test with TestNG XML file, and here I just want to run a single test, that is test number 1, in multi-threaded way. So I will give some parameters in the add test annotation, and here the parameters will be thread pool size, invocation count, and timeout. So here I will say thread pool size, and if you press control spacebar it will be auto completed, and I will say let us say 2, or I will say 3, and comma, and I will say invocation count equals 3, and I can also set some timeout, and I will say timeout equals to 1000 milliseconds. Okay, and if I run this class as TestNG, I will say run as TestNG test. Let us see what happens. So you can see test number 1 got executed 3 times with multiple threads, 11, 10, and 12, and then test 2 and 3 with one single thread. Okay, so this is how you can also run a single thread in a single test in a multi-threaded way. So this is how you can do parallel testing in TestNG. I hope this session was very useful for you. You can do some hands-on with some more examples, and let me know if you have any issues. I will meet you in the next video. Thank you for watching.